Yes, this is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your 2017 Kodiak Ultimate, and it's 330 BHSL. Alright, I'm on the door side of the trailer. We're still cleaning it for you and prepping it, so we're in process right now. But I will show you that you have a kitchenette out here with the sink. You have a sprayer here that will plug in on the outside. I'll show you when we get to the spot to plug it in. You've got a refrigerator, 110 AC, and keep in mind you have this quick connect for LP right here, so you can hook up a grill or a griddle or whatever low pressure appliance you want to hook up there. Just keep in mind that if you ever purchase something for it, you need to have a low pressure appliance. A regular grill like you would use at home, which is basically attached right to the tank without a regulator, would be high pressure. You need something that runs 10 to 12 inches in the water column, somewhere in there. So, okay? Alright, you also have a leveling system on this. You can see the big ram. So you'll have one of these on each corner. You got 4 of them plus the tongue jack. Okay? That's just a vent for your furnace. You have a power awning with LED strip. This right here is the vent for your range hood fan. So if you're going to run the fan over the range hood, you have to reach up here and unlatch this baffle. If you can see it right there, you just snap it into place. So if you're going to be venting, you want it to flap freely. Otherwise, you want to have it closed tight. You got outside speakers. That's just a TV mount. Antenna out and power for a TV. These are just service panels for the refrigerator. You don't really have to go in there except for service. Okay. While we're here, this is a black tank flush. I mean, it's part of the dump system, the sewage system. So after you dumped your black tank, you would leave the valve open like it says on this sticker here, and you would hook your hose up at the regular garden type hose up at the dump station, and then turn it on, and it'll actually spray out the inside of your black tank and clean out off the sensors and clean out the tank even better. So I'll mention more about it when I get to the other side, but on this particular trailer it's on the door side and it's your black tank flush. Okay. This is just in case you want to purchase a solar battery charger. Okay, this one's made by Furion, and it's just a solar panel that would plug into this plug right here. That's all it is. Just a solar, just for the battery. It can't run the trailer or anything like that. All right, this is the control center for your touchscreen monitor panel. That is a reducer for your power cord. Another reducer for your power cord. That is a dump hose. Okay, so you have 2 LP tanks. You have a power tongue jack right here. Now, if this power tongue jack was ever to fail, you can pull this plug from the top. If you see the rubber plug there, you can pull it and use a 3/4 inch socket or a crank to actually work that manually to get yourself out of trouble if it ever failed. Okay, so you got a deep cycle marine battery. Like I said, 2 LP tanks. Let's see what we got over here. This is your hitch. We'll show you how that works when you get here. Also, it's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So if you need to refresh your memory the first few times you use it, you can always go to their website and follow the links to their hookup video. Okay. Now this is your control panel for your automatic stabilizing system. You have to turn it on first, obviously. It tells you that there's 13.6 volts. You see in the upper right corner there. That's good. This will not work good. It'll fault if you don't have enough voltage in your battery, so always keep that in mind. That's why they show you the voltage there, so you'll know. But you always need a fully charged battery to operate it. So basically, you're just going to push auto level, and it's going to level it for you. Then, for example, if you want to retract it, let me see if I can do this while I'm looking in the camera here. You can scroll through here and see the different auto hitch height, which is basically the last place the last height when let me say this correctly. When you took your trailer off the ball, it was the last hitch height. So whatever the hitch height was at that point, it'll go back to that hitch height. Then you got manual mode and back to ready. So you can operate it manually or automatic Just make sure, like I said, you want a fully charged battery. Okay, and the directions are all here on this sticker here. All right, so here we have a dump. Your dump hose will go on here, obviously. You have your black tank flush here and your gray tank flush there. The black tank is toilet water and waste. The gray tank is sink and shower water, so you're going to pull the black one first and dump that first. Then you'll dump the gray water, just simply because the gray water is cleaner than the black water. I told you on the other side now, if you were to leave that black tank valve open, you can actually hook a hose up to the black tank flush on the other side and flush it out. There's your other ram for your leveling system. Okay. This is your power cord. It's a 50 amp cord. And you have reducers on it to reduce it down to 30 and then down to 15. But keep in mind, you can only run one air conditioner, which this just has one, but it's wired for two, so you can hook up another one easily. But 30 amps for each air conditioner, or for the first air conditioner, and 20 for the second. If you happen to put a second one on, so you need a 50 amp system. That's why they give that to you, so you can upgrade easily. I hope that made sense to you. It's kind of a... Anyways, this is pre-wired for a backup camera. Just make sure if you get one, it's the Furrion camera that fits in that housing. Also, while we're looking up here, you have to go on your roof and inspect your roof 3 times a season. Figure the spring, the fall, and once in the middle of the summer, you go up there and check for sealant, crack, and separation. And when you do see it eventually, you're going to have it taken care of. You don't have to redo the entire roof. You'll just do that one area. Okay. This is your water heater. The switches to operate it are inside. This is the drain for it. Right now it's empty, and here's the drain plug. Okay. Keep in mind, you always want to have water in the tank before you turn it on. Never run it without water in the tank. This is your fresh water hookup here, which is the most common way to get water. You just hook up the hose, turn it on, you're all set. Now, if you go to a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard water pump to pump water. It'll work just like you got city water. And I showed you the blue sprayer. That will go right here to spray things down. Okay? All right, well, let's go inside. Okay. Alrighty. So, we first get in the door. This is your touch screen. 4 zeros is the temporary access code. And there you go. So basically you can do all the lights, your water heater, your slide rooms, your power awning, all of them are done from this panel. Okay. So you can scroll this one. I believe this is the one that scrolls, yes. Main slide, your awning light, water pump, like I said. So you can basically, these are your tank levels here. Your fresh water has a little bit of water in there because we're still water testing it. Your black, your gray, and galley are all empty. So you check all that at the monitor panel. All right, over here is your radio. So you can play obviously AM, FM radio. Then you can play CDs and DVDs here. You can stream off this USB stick slot here, so put all your favorite albums on one stick and take them with you. You can hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth with your phone or tablet and stream video and audio. You've got 2 zones, inside and outside. Inside is zone 1 is inside. Zone 2 speakers are outside. So there's a lot you can do with it. Also, you have a TV, which works like any other TV. Okay. Alrighty, let me just look and see what we've got up here, if anything. Okay. All right. So I think I'll go forward from here. So the shower and the sink work like any other shower and sink. Keep in mind that all the plugs in this trailer, including the one on the outside, are wired through a GFCI. So even if you're using an outside plug and you pop it with a coffee pot or something, let's say, you'll reset it inside. Okay. The thing to remember about the toilet is you can't use it dry or without chemical in it. So the first thing you're going to do, this is your black tank directly below. So you'll get to the campground, you'll hook up your water and your power, then you'll come in here and you'll take your chemical, whichever brand you use, 1 dose of it, and you'll put it right in there. Then you have your water hooked up, so when you step on the pedal, water will come swirling out. You're going to put a gallon or maybe 2 into the black tank before you use it. So there's no way to tell exactly what that is. You just stand on it for a little bit and use common sense. The bottom line is you need the chemical and a little bit of water to get started with it. Okay? All right. Simple enough. The bedroom has a TV backer here, and then you have antenna through and power to hang a TV. If you get a swing out bracket, which you would need for here, spend a little extra money if you can and get the one that locks into place when it's retracted. That way you don't have to hang straps up. It's just a cleaner install. They're just going to tell you right here that this is pre-wired for a second air conditioner, like I mentioned outside. You can drop one right in here, and you would get the type with the controls. The 13.5 with the controls right on the ceiling assembly, and you could have a second air conditioner. Like I said, that's for people who spend a lot of time in the south during the summer, where they feel they need a second air conditioner. So it's up to you. The 50 amp system is good because retrofitting it with a second AC, it's already set up, so it's a very simple thing. Okay, I just want to show you that this is your escape window here. You just push this through, and then you would grab hold of this red tab and pull the screen out if you had to. You can roll right out the window and do a flip or whatever you want to do. All right, this is your antenna. It doesn't go up and down, it just rotates, like so. So keep in mind, it's your digital antenna, but it just rotates to tune it in. Okay? This is your hide-a-bed. So you will pull these 2 cushions off. Basically, you're going to grab it right here and pull it out and put the legs down. Then you'll flip the back section down, and you got a 3-panel hide-a-bed. Also, you can take the poles out of this table and then set the table top onto these cleats here. There's one on each side, okay? And then fill in the space with the cushions. You got another bed. So you got 2 beds, and then of course you got the bunk room back here. This turns into another bed by doing the same thing with the table. You got one that folds down here, so there's another one. You got this one here, and then you can set the other mattress down here, so that's even another one. So you've got, you know, right here there's 4, 5, 6 beds plus the master suite up there. Also, just so you know, you pull this up, the panels, we're still cleaning here, but the panels are not, these are the panels here that go in there. But this is where you bypass the water heater. You see you have bypass valves here. There's one down there. Okay. So that's where you would bypass the water heater. You bypass it because you can't get antifreeze into the system, or into the water heater tank, I should say. So when you're pumping antifreeze into the system to winterize it, you got to bypass the water heater so you don't get antifreeze in the tank, because it'll leave a foul taste and a bad smell that won't go away. Also, this line here, you see it right here, this is the winterizing line. You can see it comes around, goes to this valve here. Right now, these valves, when the handle is parallel with the line, it's the line that's selected. So right now it's perpendicular with the antifreeze line. So it's just set up to pull from the fresh water tank like normal service. If you were to change the position of that so it's parallel with this line here, you could stick this end here and do a gallon of antifreeze, turn on the water pump, and it'll pump antifreeze throughout your system. Always bypass the water heater first. So this is where the winterizing takes place. This trailer will take 2 gallons of antifreeze. Okay? Alright, so you always bypass your water heater first. Alright, okay. Let me look around here, see if I'm missing anything. This looks like it's okay. So I would think that you want these, I'm guessing this should be in the up position when you bring the slide in. See what it says here. Well, it doesn't really say, but either way, you'll have to look at it. Maybe you don't. I'm trying to decide here if you need it in the up position, but you'll have to look into it. We'll look into it. It's hard to say if you'll have enough room without doing that, but it looks like you would. I'm double talking here. I'm sorry. I'm talking while I'm thinking. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm not quite skilled enough to do both at the same time. So, okay, all right. Your thermostat, you just hit mode once to light it up. Right now we're on cool. You can go heat, off, fan, cool. Keep in mind there's a 5-6 second delay every time you select something, so if I would have kept it on heat for 5-6 seconds, it would have switched from air conditioning to heat. But there's a lag time for everything. Alright. Your range, I don't know if the tank's are on right now, but we'll find out. Turn it to light, spark it, yes. So you turn the sparker clockwise to light the burners. Now, let me look underneath here and see what kind of oven setup we have here. I think, yes, this oven you have to use a grill lighter to light it. So, back here, I don't know if you can see, but all the way to the back down there is a pilot light. So you would come over here to the oven knob, and you would go to pilot, and then you would push it and hold it. So you depress it and you hold it to place. Then with the other hand you would take your grill lighter and you would light that pilot light that's back there. After it lights, you're going to continue to hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to operating temperature, and it cycles like a regular oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time that you use the oven. This is the fan I told you about for the range hood and the light. The microwave works like any other microwave. This is a Norcold automatic refrigerator, so it's very simple. Basically, the reason it's called automatic because it always seeks out electricity first. So when you turn it on, it's going to look for 110 AC, and if it finds it, it'll use it. If it can't find it, it'll switch to gas automatically. Or let's say you're camping and you're in the middle of the night, you have a power outage, it'll automatically switch over to LP gas and it won't spoil your food. So that's why it's called automatic. You just turn it on and it seeks out electricity first. If it can't find it, it'll use gas second. Alright, this here is your power converter. So this converts 110 AC over to 12 volt DC. So basically you have got regular household circuit breakers here, and then they're all labeled. Then the power is converted over to 12 volts DC over here, and you have 12 volt fuses, right? And then they're all labeled. Okay, so if you want to, if any of these were to blow, these fuses were to blow, they'll light up and you can see them through this tinted plastic here, okay? Also, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery needs up front, and it's going to keep it charged, as long as you're plugged in. Alright, so there is another thing here. I just have to follow, I walked right past it. This device here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like that. If it goes off, obviously it's detected gas, LP gas or carbon monoxide. So you take everybody outside, open up the windows, shut off the gas at the front and figure out what's going on, alright? It should always be green like that. If not, you get it serviced. It's very important. Okay, I think we've done it here. Let me look up here, make sure I didn't forget anything. Now, like I said, all the slide outs, the awning, everything is controlled by your monitor panel here. You can add your own code if you want, your own 4-digit code. But the default is 4 zeros, alright? And like I said, battery hookup is required for slide out operation. That's the same thing with the stabilizer, automatic stabilizing system. It has to have a fully charged battery. It's not unheard of for people to add a second battery. It's keeping it, wiring it so it stays at 12 volts, but doubles your storage capacity. Okay. Alright, well, thank you very much for purchasing your trailer from National RV Detroit. If you have any issues or questions, you can call us and we'll help you out. Each component in here, each appliance has its own manual, so you can look through all the literature. You can find online videos. So there's tons of information available, plus you can always call us and we can walk you through it. So remember, you winterize underneath the bunk in the bunk room, and you always want to bypass the water heater before you pump any antifreeze into it. And always remember to inspect your roof at least 3 times a season, every season. And when the time comes you need touch up on the sealant on the roof, to have it taken care of. Okay? Thank you.